The key thing about SEO is that you need to actually show proof that you do the thing that you do in the city that you do. There she is.
Hey Dennis, how are you?
Hey, Brenda. So it
Thank you so
is.
much for this. I really appreciate it.
Oh, no worries. I mean, I'm trying to help as best I can. I think it's at 1 a.m. or it's late your time.
Yeah, yep, it's 1 a.m.
Well, no better time than now. So I'm just running a couple reports. Clear water pro wash. There's a lot of these things that have the same kind of name. Pro clean car wash? No. Let's see, is it clear water is one word? No.
2 words.
Clear.
And then so Clearwater is 2 words, Pro Wash is one.
I don't see it. Well, let me share my screen so you can see what I'm looking at. I spent the whole day with Roger today. And we're spending it
That's awesome.
was yesterday and tomorrow, or we've just been on a tear. Why can't I find that here? So I can find it here. Should we go to like Akron?
Columbus.
Columbus, okay. I was born in Dayton.
Oh, okay.
Let's see what we got. Hopefully the hotel Wi-Fi will be decent here. If these tools don't work, I have all these other tools as well, so I'm not too worried about that. So kudos to you for doing your own SEO.
Well,
I think
thank
that's
you. I
awesome.
don't know if I was following the right people or not. I met a marketing person the other day, and he said it's a little wonky, and I don't my address is hidden because I've been trying to find for the last 5 years some place other than a storage unit to have my equipment. So,
Yeah, and you have to be careful about what you choose as a location because it has to have signage. It has to be your business
mhm.
name is displayed on the Secretary of State license, like all these different things. But let me just show you something. So here you rank on 581 keywords, and a lot of these are local. So anytime I see you're near me or I see something with Dublin, Ohio, Powell, Ohio, you're showing up in the local pack. People also ask thumbnail images, maybe even video, mostly local pack, and people also ask. So you're answering some questions, which then causes Google to show you in many places. So you see how it's not just the regular 1 to 10 search results, right? Because it used to be just the 10 blue links, but now this thing called SERP features, search engine results pages, there's all these different ways that you can show up, right?
Right?
So
Sorry, I'm taking notes.
that's all right. I'll give you this. We record it because people
Oh,
it's too
okay.
much to try to digest all at once. It's just
Okay, thank
like
you.
try to absorb it. You might have to watch it twice, 3 times. Some people do. But here these things where people are looking for you based on your locations and services. There's 150 people looking for patio sealing or looking for clear water power wash and seal. That's looking for you. That's your name. So you rank
That
number
is my
one on that.
that's my other Google profile.
Okay. So you can see here, here's the search. Here's how many different ways that you're showing up. Here's how many people a month are searching for it. Here's how many of it you're getting. So if you're getting 23 out of the 60, well, that's because you're in position one. You see that?
Wow, okay.
So that's good. But if you're in like this one, position seven, there's 250 people. You're getting 15 of that because you're in position seven and you dropped three 8 days ago. You see that? You see like how to read this data?
Yes.
Pretty straightforward, right? And if you're to buy the click, it'd be $2.85 versus
Okay.
ranking for it, right? And the keyword difficulty is 10, which is easy. Anything under like 15 is actually pretty easy. Like anything green here is really easy. 0, 4, 2, these are all really easy. Patio paver near me. And the reason why is because you have a page about patio paving, right? And because it's not very difficult, meaning there's not many other people that are competing for it, then you moved up from position seven to position four, up three 8 days ago. You see that?
Yes.
And then here, something similar, but not exactly the same. Paver patio repair near me, difficulty 5, 100 people a month. You went from not being there to position seven. So Google's, some people call it the Google dance. They kind of like try you out, right? And they move you up or down. And if you do well, like here, they tried you out at position 17 and they sent you some people there. And if those people seem to enjoy the search result or didn't have a bad experience or stayed on your site, then they'll keep moving you up. And if it's bad, they move you down. So this is what causes this up and down movement,
Okay.
right? So this is the net result of what you have. So let's look at your site real quick. And this is something
So
I want. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. So would that be because I have been editing and uploading YouTube videos recently?
That will help a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
Could be that. YouTube is, as Roger will tell you, the hidden secret with Google because Google owns YouTube, right?
Right.
And they're increasingly trying to incorporate social. YouTube is kind of social, but it's kind of search at the same time, right? So all of these things are sending signals. There's no magic witchcraft. You don't, and as you know, you don't pay SEO people because unless they're a pressure washer and they're in Columbus, how do they know anything about your business, right? I don't know anything about pressure
Right.
washing, right? I don't know too much about Columbus. Okay, so you have all these service pages and you have these location pages, right? So these
Yes.
together are your location service pages. And if we look at probably your main one, Columbus, Ohio, right? We could look at any of these other suburbs too. But if we look at Columbus, now you see here, the site overall, it ranks on 501 keywords because it has a domain rating of 9. That's the total amount of like trust or juice. Like think of like a big gallon jug. You want as much as you can, right? It's a trust rating kind of, right? And the page has 3. It's because you don't have links coming in. And so this page for Columbus pressure washing ranks on 17 keywords, which are going to be Columbus related keywords or near me kind of keywords. See?
Okay.
Power washing companies Columbus, pressure washing Columbus, pressure washers Columbus, Columbus, Ohio pressure, Columbus, right? And you must have made some changes because these are mostly new. Look at that. That's good. That's good, right?
Yeah,
It's not
last
bad.
year
I
I
mean,
looked on the website, so everything that looks wonky, I did. And then
I don't think it's wonky. I think it's great.
oh, thank you.
Yeah. I mean, there's
Uh,
some things that are, are you doing this twice? Okay, linking to your GMB. All right. And then this other Columbus is linking to your GMB. You know, if you link more than once, only the first link counts.
okay.
So don't waste your link juice. Link once, right? And accordions or table of contents can be good, but if you have to expand it, then it's harder for users to see, but then it makes the page longer, right? So this is real. I think the thing that's helping you here is that even though this used to be a spam, or this was seen as a spammy technique because you just trying to link to, like, the spammiest thing would be if you said Columbus, Ohio, power washing, Westerville, Ohio, power washing as the anchor text, right? The blue underline. Google would see that as spammy. But because these are all super low difficulty keywords, they're all like less than 10 basically. The fact that you have these pages that are pretty basic, it's actually not bad. Because if I think about, as a user, I'm looking for a power washing, pressure washing company in Columbus. You're saying that Columbus. And maybe the wonky is like you said Columbus a few too many times because it seems if you
Okay.
do it too many times and it looks like you're trying to manipulate the search engine, right?
Okay.
But, against the other guys that are competing on Columbus power washing, you are better than most of them. So what we could do is we could take this text, copy it, and we'll go to, ChatGPT, right?
I do.
Okay. So my friend has a power washing company in Columbus. I know it's kind of hard to pay attention when it's like 1 a.m., right?
No, I am all eyes and ears.
You're now? Okay. And I'm going to paste in the text from her location service page for Columbus. Please critique it for how we can do better with SEO, especially PAA. What other questions? So people also ask, right? Because you already have a fair number of PAA as I showed you, right? What other questions should she answer? And please go ahead. And you got to say please. It actually makes a big difference. It actually is proven to be 11% more helpful, work 11%
Oh,
harder. You
okay.
think it's a robot, but it actually has some weird qualities to it.
It has feelings.
It does. I know it's weird. I don't even know how to think about it, but it just works, so I do it, right? Just be nice to it for some reason, just because it has only a limited amount of resources. All these people are making queries, and I want it to be nice to my query, right? Like I don't want the
Right.
waitress to spit in my food. There's so many people they're trying to serve, so they will give
Right.
us a little bit more love if we're nice to it. And people don't know that, right? They think it's just like you can kick the robot. Well, it'll give you an answer, but it won't be as good. It's proven. No one really knows why
Huh.
because no one really understands exactly how this thing works. We just know it kind of works, right?
That's interesting.
Yeah. So please go ahead and rewrite her copy or content. We won't see. This is where I'm doing the whole like we're friends. We won't be offended if you need to make big changes. Okay. This is important to me. So I'm just trying to like say, please, right? This is important to me. Okay.
Mhm.
I'll also paste in her SEO stats so you can analyze. Okay. So paste, and then we have the SEO stats from this particular page. Is it? Yep, this page. So I know it's ugly just to because it grabs all this formatting, but the robot can figure it out. Okay, like and just paste
All
it
right.
in. Okay, so I know it's not nice to do that, but so there, I just pasted all that in. Okay,
Now, do you
pasted a
have to
ton.
rewrite it a little bit because
No,
I'm just starting to kind of understand it, and I thought Google catches that it's written for you.
Google will catch that we're using ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Yes, that's why we also make some changes too, and I'll explain what
Okay.
that is. Yeah,
Okay.
obviously, I'm not going to do something that's going to get us in trouble. Okay, so I pasted in all this stuff. I pasted in the web page content and I pasted in the SEO data, right? To optimize Brenda's power washing company, let's review and revise the content with the focus on keywords, answering these questions, local SEO, strengthening for Columbus, right? So it's good, but you're basically saying Columbus power washing over and over again.
Okay.
Therefore, you're not answering some of these other questions. So ChatGPT rewrote it, not only to incorporate the keywords, but to be a little stronger, to be able to sell too. Premier power washing services in Columbus, Ohio, Clearwater Pro Wash, right? Welcome. And then this is where we show Brenda as the author. Hey, I'm Brenda. This is my company. I stand behind this. This is not some gigantic, huge corporation, right? And we're certified by these guys. And there's bullet points. And here's some of these recommendations. Okay. Now, okay, which could you call out? Oh, you know what? You had this FAQ thing that had to be expanded. So they didn't see that. They only saw this. Oh, no, but these are the other services. Okay. You know what? I probably need to expand. I'll just expand all. No, it took all of it. It did. It did take all of it, didn't it? Did it? Let's see. Did it come in?
So our niche is more paver patio restoration. So we deep clean, repair, sand, and seal. So that's
Okay.
what I was
So
trying to figure out how to get that in with the location pages, how I did that power washing with each city.
there's stronger
And I
and
didn't know how
paver
to get
patio
that on the website.
restoration. Okay. And you have, okay. So here, let me just get rid of the highlighting. This one?
Yes.
This is the one you want more of. And this is like whatever you do more of is what you want to get more of. Okay.
Okay.
And there's this, and these are real pictures, right?
Yep.
From your thing. It's not like
Yep.
it's in other
All mine.
places. Okay. Yeah, those are yours. Okay. And there's you. So this is real. I think Google can see this clearly is Brenda Farley. And that matters because most of these other guys you probably know, they just use stock art because these SEO companies or website companies, they have people in India or whatever. They don't, and it's just too much of a hassle to get the business owner to give us the actual stuff. So they just use garbage, which Google sees, right?
Right.
So I think that's a huge thing that you're using. So, if it's Columbus or Akron or wherever these other cities are, on those location service pages, show pictures from those cities. Does that make sense?
It does. So probably using duplicate content on all the location pages then.
I mean, duplicate content isn't as bad as you might think. But
Okay.
obviously, if you can make content specific to each of these suburbs, then that's obviously better, right? To each of these service areas.
Okay.
Yeah. Jerome
So
Village. I don't even know where
different
that is,
pictures.
right? Yeah. So here's like how I do it. So how many crews do you have?
Just me and one other guy. I had a part-time guy plus one other guy, and I'm trying to hire. So
Okay.
because I'm 54 and I'm
Yeah.
old.
Oh, you telling me I turned 50 this year. You're never old. The 50 is the new 30. You know that. I mean, okay.
I wish you would tell my body that.
You know what? There's this other one here. I buy this on Amazon or on the website when it goes on sale, and it's called True Niagen. And
You're
it basically helps your
Niagen.
immune system. It helps you with aging. Yeah, it helps your DNA repair. Like once you get over 30, your NAD levels start to go down.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I
anyway.
just started taking the Rise mushroom drink.
Oh yeah, those are good too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's in the last couple of years all kinds of great things. Yeah, the mushrooms for nootropics, for brain focus. Yeah. Okay, so if I look at Columbus, and this is off of my phone where it's automatically being categorized. So whenever I've been in Columbus, or actually I could just go to Ohio. Why is that not showing up? I'll do Ohio. Maybe the OH is not, it's getting confused. So you and the other people that work for you, when you're out there doing jobs, paving these patios or whatever, take these little pictures and videos, right?
I have a ton.
Okay, good. So now
Yep.
start embedding them on your pages. So this is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Museum thing, I think. Where is this? Mentor, Ohio. Yeah.
Yeah, rock and roll is up towards Cleveland.
Yeah. Cleveland. Now that's where that is. Cleveland. Okay. And where is this? Is this Cleveland too? This is Cincinnati. All right. So do you see how this photo automatically includes things like when it was taken and the day, or, the where it was, like automatically, right?
I do. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So when you have all these photos and whatever, use them and match them to where they were taken, and then match them to the thing that you're doing. So if you're doing, pressure washing a patio, let's see, I don't do anything with patios, but I've been on patios. So maybe Google
Hmm.
will look through all the photos and videos ever taken and look for the ones where there's a patio, right? Sort of a patio. There's a patio, right?
Okay.
And maybe, pools or something. I've got a lot of pictures of different pools. And so what you're trying to do is show Brenda that you and your team actually do the thing that you say that you do in the places you say you do them. Oh, so it's thinking pool is pool table. Okay, fine. But here's like pools, right? I've hung out at a lot of pools, you can imagine. Oh, it thinks pool is pool table, but okay, fine. But here's actual pools, right? This is Fat Dennis at the pool a year or two ago, right?
Okay.
But you can see like where it is, what's going on, and you can like name any sort of activity or thing or whatever. Name something, anything.
What do you mean? Like
I don't know,
what we do or
like a food or an activity or just something,
pizza?
Pizza. I've eaten a lot of pizza. Google is, I'm not categorizing pizza. I don't have time for that. So Google is automatically finding when I'm eating pizza. So I was eating pizza in Las Vegas, right?
So how are
And
these showing up? I'm not understanding, I guess.
so I'm just showing you this is coming off of my phone.
Okay.
Everything off of my phone is automatically going to Google, right? You can see I'm eating lots of pizza, right? Here's pizza. Where is this pizza? This is in Indiana. Okay, so we're eating in Fishers, Indiana, wherever that is. We're eating pizza, right? So
Okay.
you can write a blog post or article on anything. And you might think like, okay, well, this website should only be about power washing or these kinds of services, these sorts of like commercial power cleaning, that, but you want to show like, hey, Clearwater Pro Wash, we're hanging out today at the such and such pizza place. And my favorite thing to order is the double pepperoni, right? Because you're trying to show that you are in these particular cities. So it's not just that you do these services, condo cleaning, apartment building washing, but you're trying to show, hey, these are our people, and we actually are in these particular cities, hanging out with other business owners. Maybe we hang out with other home service business owners, or hanging out with the little league team, or doing like whatever, going to the church, all the things that show that, yep, I'm in the city. You see what I mean?
So you'd write a blog post and then embed a video in there.
Yeah. So look at this, power washing, Dublin, Ohio, right? And then what you have here, you kind of alluded to these pages all being kind of the same thing, right? You just kind of
They
changed the
are.
word out, right? Okay.
Yep.
Which maybe that's what your friend said was wonky, but that's actually okay. It's not great. There's no penalty for duplicate content, but imagine if you said, blah, blah, blah about Dublin. And by the way, we like to eat pizza at this one place, or what, you embed some things that show like, yeah, I actually go to Dublin, and Dublin is 5 miles from my house, or, whatever it might be, right?
So you would link to that, say, pizza joint.
You
That
could, but even
what I
better than that is you tell the pizza joint, hey, I'd love to just write a guest blog post, or maybe, you could tag me on your social media showing how,
okay.
I bring my crew in, and, and I'll tag you on social media or have a blog post. And that
Okay.
way it's something we want Google to see, that we are actually in Dublin, Ohio, and we're eating pizza,
So when you
because
said
there's no
embed the
signal here,
video,
right?
where am
What's
I
that?
embedding the video? That's
You put it on your YouTube. Where's your YouTube?
I don't have it on here yet.
Okay. So Clearwater Pro Wash. Clear Water Pro Wash. There you are. 38 subs. About to have 39 subs in your GMB.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So you have some of these videos, before and after power wash. Oh, this is going to be easy. Okay. So check this out. So the videos you have, remember, Brenda, you are a local service business. So, you are in these cities. You're a Columbus patio cleaning power wash, whatever it's city plus the thing that you do, right? Everything you do is
Okay.
city plus the thing you do.
Hmm.
So if I look at any of these videos, the title needs to somehow reflect the geo. Oh, you do say it. Okay, Delaware, Ohio. Okay. Immaculate house wash, pressure washing details matter. Okay.
And then what I was gonna do is on the website link that YouTube video.
Yeah,
Go
embed the
back
YouTube
in.
on those location service pages. So,
Yep.
so what you have to do is not difficult, or you can have a VA do it. Come to each of these things here and start to pimp out these things with actual pictures and videos from the city, and then from the services you have. So you said this is the one you really care about, stone patio cleaning. So you have some of these, but include a video saying, "Hey, Brenda here, and I want to tell you about how we clean these stone patios. And here's some examples of what we have here. And, we've been doing it for 13 years or whatever it is, blah, blah, blah. Right.
So when I'm
We just,
when I'm saying all that, then anchor text it, and then that will link to that YouTube video. Is that
Yeah.
the best way? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is actually not bad. This is probably your best page. It ranks on 128 keywords. So the whole thing with SEO, instead of trying to go after stuff you don't have, try to get more out of the things that are doing well. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So here, patio ceiling near me, you're getting, this is the thing that's giving you the most traffic, 25 people a month. And you moved up. Look, you went from position 7 to position 3 6 days ago. And that gave you 15 more visits than your 25. If you move from position 3 to position 1, instead of getting 1/6 of the traffic, you would get 30 to 40% of the traffic. So you would get, 50 visits if we could just move up to position 1. Position
Okay.
1 gets like 30% of the traffic. Position 2 gets like 21%. Position 3 gets maybe, 12%. It goes down. Like position 1 gets way more of the traffic, right?
Hmm.
So what we want to do is see any of these that are like within striking range. So anything that's, positions 4 to 10 are really good. Those are like good ROI, because if we can just move those up a few, it makes a difference. If we're in position 22 and we move up to position 10, that doesn't even matter, right?
Okay.
But these ones that have good volume, paper cleaner and ceiling near me, good volume, not difficult at all, right? It's 300 of them, difficulty 6, so it's in the range of what you can get because your site's a 9, so you have enough power to go after that. And you're in position 7. So let's try to get in the top 3, right? Top 3 also gets us into the local pack more often, right? So SEO is just trying to get ahead of these other people because if we're in position 4, that means there's 3 people ahead of us, right? Nothing tricky
So
about
by
this, so
so by doing all the anchor text back to YouTube, that will help that.
that will help too. Yeah.
Okay, because the only thing that I can think of that I've been doing other than posting to social media and doing the YouTube videos, that's all I've been doing lately. I haven't
And you
done
can
anything
see,
on the website in a year.
but you see how it's helping you.
Yes.
So let's look at the overall. Look, so the orange is the traffic. So your traffic's been going up in the
Okay.
last few months. And well, you basically had nothing 2 years ago, but yeah, this is good. So the funny thing, like you said, is that to rank better, like you ranked on hardly any keywords, and now you rank on way more.
So would
That's
you
because
recommend that I buy, I always say it wrong, Ahrefs?
nah, don't do that. I mean, it's going to be $200 a month. It's not worth your time. We can just run the reports for you,
Okay.
or we can give you a seat within our account, which is like $30 a month.
Okay.
And here's these other guys that we're competing against, and they have these common keywords with us. So you probably know who these other people are, right?
Patio Wizards, I do.
So the funny thing is that to really do SEO on your website, part of it is, adding content to the site. But the bigger thing is sending all the signals to show Google that you are who you say you are. So I made a post about this just a couple minutes ago. Look at this. Me on CNN arguing with Zuckerberg. So I put this just a minute out here just a minute ago, and I said, and the fact you have WordPress, you're 90% there,
Okay.
which is the thing I posted in Tommy's group. And then all these other people are coming in and, basically agreeing in this whole thing, right? This guy's a big SEO guy, William Jones. So these guys
So
all,
I have a question about him.
he
I mean,
does some tricky things though.
I followed him and I paid for his site last year, and I feel like
Uh-huh.
it helped. But you either he's either got a great rap or a horrible rap, and it's like
Yeah.
and actually I talked to him last year about doing my SEO, and he
Hmm.
couldn't get in my webpage for some reason.
Okay, the thing with William Jones is he's not the one actually doing any of the work.
Yeah, he has the VAs.
He has a ton of VAs. And so we
Yeah.
both have tons of VAs. And he is willing to do things he and I both agree that he does things that are what's called black hat, which is
Hmm.
against Google's terms of service. And we also both agree that black hat will work until you're caught. Now, you're
Right.
such a small business, you probably are not going to get caught. You might, but I
But if I get
don't.
caught, I don't know what to do.
If you get caught, you're shut down on Google, then you can't get it back, basically.
Right.
So, I mean, if you jaywalk, how likely are you going to get arrested? Probably not, but you might, right?
Right.
Eventually, they'll catch you, right? So, I'm not willing to risk any business by doing anything tricky, especially because I'm known as a search engine engineer. So, if I do anything bad, I would get crucified, right? So, I can't. I have to do everything, and
Yeah.
that's actually good to do something legitimate. The good thing is, and I'm going to write a blog post about it next week, is that the legitimate tactics are actually better than the black hat tactics. And I'm speaking at a big conference in Dubai in a few weeks, basically explaining that.
Okay.
These shortcuts, they're only very temporary sorts of shortcuts. So you have the basics because, you you link to your GMB all over the place, which is good. Why is that not showing up? You have a blue link here and there's no link. That's funny. You actually are doing the thing that you say that you're doing. That's the most important thing. You do a good job, you got great reviews, all that, right?
Yes.
There's nothing to do with SEO, you know? House washing. Let's see. These are your actual photos, I assume. Yeah.
My actual horrible photos, yeah.
Yeah, but they're real.
Need to be changed out.
And these links don't work. Wow, it's
I
interesting.
don't understand that.
No
Is it
more
because
here.
I've maybe copied and pasted?
Yeah, some weird thing
Okay.
in WordPress. We can go in and look real quick if you want, but YouTube, okay. Okay. This is actually not bad. Yeah. And Google wants to, I've had meetings with Google where we talk about this. Google wants to have the legitimate businesses ranked, not the ones that pay for tricky services. Also, like here, these associations or conferences or whatever that you, or,
Mhm.
suppliers that you buy from, can you guest blog post on their sites, contribute a blog, just stuff that showcase your expertise or showcase what you've done on some of the jobs?
Well, that's more of like a Facebook group
Okay.
that you have to pay for. Frontline Restoration is a manufacturer that I can talk to them about. They might, I
Yeah.
don't know if they do blogs.
Well,
And then
I'm
the
sure they
power
feature
washing,
customers, right? They feature
yeah,
people who buy from them, right?
right,
And then maybe you have other friends that are, concrete coating companies or roofers or whatever. Like you can interview them on your blog, right?
right,
And make little 5-minute videos with them, Zoom videos, or ideally in person. Just interview them for 15 minutes. So, tell us, Tom, how did you get into becoming a roofing company, blah, blah, blah. You understand how to interview somebody
right,
on a podcast, right? Just do that. You don't have to be fancy. You can just use your iPhone. And now you have content to put on YouTube that you can repurpose. And then you can link from his site to your site, which gives you a link because you
okay,
interviewed him, right? And vice versa.
right,
And then you both share it on social media. So that's the easiest way to build legit backlinks because this DR9, if you could just increase this to like a 15 or 20, all these other keywords would start to move way up. You can keep the site exactly as it is, Brenda, but if you increase the amount of power your site has, everything else will benefit. So if we take this little audit that we're doing here, which I told you about before, and we turn it into a blog post and we put it on one of my sites, let's say one of my digital marketing sites like this one, this is a DR62. So, every 10 points higher is 10 times more powerful, like the earthquake Richter scale, right?
right,
So this has got a ton of power. This is not just like a little bit more powerful. And then if someone's at 72, they're 10 times more powerful than me, right? I also have a free ebook site that's a 75. And what? Why is that not working? Did our security certificate expire? Uh-oh. Gonna have to look at that. I have a personal blog and it's a 44. So that's a lot of power too. So anything you want to say that would be related to like this site's more about like entrepreneurship and mentorship and helping other people. And, I help a lot of young adults start their agencies, do SEO the right way, that kind of thing. So if you have
awesome,
something that's topical to this or topical, I can figure out what's going on with that one, topical to any of the other sites that we have, or sites that, of friends of yours that own, you can write a guest blog post and then benefit from getting some of the juice that they have.
okay,
Right. And so you with the 9, you can raise this 9 very quickly. In a couple months, raise it up to 20 maybe. But do you see how the idea, if you can just get more trust into the site, everything else flows down. It flows down to all the pages. And each of the pages will rank on more keywords and the keywords will rank higher. So you have 48 on house washing, 68 on house washing, and the house washing page ranks on power washing and house washing. Okay. So someone typed in house washing as a local search and you were in position 35, but then they kicked you out. Actually, you lost most of these ones. So maybe we have to see what's going on this house washing page. Maybe it doesn't have enough information, or what is it about this that's causing people to leave? So there's something you're not answering about house washing, right?
okay,
But you can, the data is telling you that Google gave you some traffic and then they said, no, people didn't like it. So I'm not going to send them there anymore, right? Maybe make some videos about house washing, right?
I've made, I don't know, maybe 5,
Okay.
but I'll link them back on the page then.
Yeah, put them there because there's just not enough information.
Okay,
This one like this.
yes.
Immaculate house wash, pressure washing details. This is you too. Okay. Here's another one. House wash. What about this one? 1 minute.
So my YouTube is geared more towards hopefully getting customers versus teaching how to do it.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Okay,
That's how you do it. They serve the same purpose actually, because people want to see what a nice clean house looks like, especially if you can show like a before and after.
right.
look at how dirty this house is. Now look at how it is. Okay, and here's what we did, and just like they're
Yep. So
coming
if you
along.
look at the other one
Mhm.
that had the circles on it, it's probably
This
more
one.
what you're looking for.
And if you can have ones where it also shows you as well, so it's more personal. I know you're kind of holding the phone and pointing at the house, but you have some of them that are selfie mode saying, "Hey, Brenda here, and we're in Albany, Ohio today, and check out this house," right?
But
And you
I
just
just
kind
did
of,
a patio paper one that I don't
yeah,
think is published yet. It'll be published tomorrow
okay.
with me
And
in it.
these are good. I mean, for a small channel with 39 subs to already get 34 views, all right. You've organized a playlist. It's good. No one's commenting. Maybe get some of your team members to comment.
Okay.
But I think you're doing a good job. I mean, how competitive is it for pressure washing in Columbus? Not super competitive as you see. They're all easy.
I would think pressure washing is on patio paper, not so much.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to figure out what Patio Wizard is doing because they're doing something this year because they have
Okay.
the knowledge panel that you were talking about.
Uh-huh.
They've jumped up, I
Okay.
believe.
So let's look at them. There they are. They're not any strong. Wow, their Facebook's showing up. Okay. Better Business, Yelp. Okay. So, all right. So they've claimed all their directory citations. Because look, they are, oh wow, they have all the site links here. They're DR6. They're the same, you're even slightly better than them. And they don't rank on many more keywords than you do. You're about the same. 500 some. So patio, paver, patio, all this. Oh wow, look at this. They really have moved up a lot recently, huh? This is what you're
Yeah,
talking
that's
about, huh?
yes.
Okay. So what have they done? Let's go look. What have they done? Okay. Let's see where these links are coming from. Let's look at the recent links. Go first scene in, okay. All right. So their power comes from a lot of these links, and the links are coming from, these are links from the last 19th of January. That's yesterday, 17th. This is all very recent. This is all like 2 or 3 days ago. Okay. So what they've done is engage in a directory listings campaign. See all these links? These are all new links, new links, new links, new links. And did they used to be called Good Stuff Enterprises?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Maybe they bought this domain. I bet you they bought this other company. Look, oh, look, we could probably bust them on this. So a 301 redirect is a permanent redirect. So anything that used to go to Good Stuff Enterprises, let's click on Good Stuff Enterprises. All right, something's goofy. Maybe it's the hotel internet. But everything here with Good Stuff Enterprises now redirects to Patio Wizards. So now they've gained all these links off of this Good Stuff Enterprises, whoever they are. Who is Good
So
Stuff
that's Black
Enterprises?
Hat, correct?
Yeah, it
Or
probably is.
gray?
But it's gray. Who was Good Stuff Enterprises? General Contracting Company. So let's see. So it's easy to, find someone else's, maybe they go out of business and their website goes down and then you just buy their website when it goes away, right? General
Then I have no
Contracting
idea what to do
Company
with that.
in Louisville and Nicholasville. That's Kentucky. That's not even where you are.
No.
502, that's Louisville. That's somewhere else. So they're redirecting all these links to their site. That's what they're doing. We could probably report them. Wow, isn't that interesting? It's so easy to see. And who's TNT Renovate? TNT Renovate also goes back to Patio Wizards. Interesting. TNT Renovate. You can't hide from us. It's easy to see. That's the beauty of what we're doing. Naperville, Illinois. That's somewhere else. So let's see. This is probably the same one. Probably redirects to that TNT Renovate website, just like we saw with this other one. Yeah, see? If I click on TNT
Hmm.
Renovate, it probably redirects to, okay. It's the same thing as that other one. So these guys have gone out and bought these other websites. I don't recommend doing that. I mean, you can. It's not really black. It's gray. It's a little sketchy. You can see they did this to try to get the juice off of this.
Which I did.
Look, here's another one. They bought this Texas Life Windows. See, it's a straight up redirect. It's a top level domain redirect, but it didn't do them any good because this site only has point 0.1. There's no power. It's like nothing to. Why would you break into someone's house if they only have a dollar bill inside? It's not even worth it. Even if you were okay with stealing, it didn't pass them any juice, and therefore this ranks on no keywords. It's no
Hmm.
traffic. There's no point in redirecting this one. Look, here's another one. This other Good Stuff Enterprises. This Good Stuff Enterprises never had any juice to begin with. Look at this. ComSNC 13. Okay. 13. So they're trying to pass the 13 to their site, but they probably did it in the wrong way. Oh no, it just happened just last month. Okay. Well, maybe that did help them. I know these freelancers that for $100, they'll do your directory listings for you. And, I don't make any money.
Okay.
I can just tell you the ones that we use. It's, worth doing.
Well, I'm gonna
I
go on
always
your
use them.
recommendation. So
Okay.
I need
So,
help and I need somebody I can trust.
so you can pay $100 for these guys. So let me compose. No, no. and Brenda.
So how do they do directory listings when my address is hidden?
So then you're called a service area business,
Okay.
SAB. And my buddy Darren Shaw did a post about this like a couple days ago. Yeah, here it is. Darren runs White Spark. A service area business can't rank in the local pack for each surrounding city, but you can still do LSA and you can still rank in the regular results.
Okay.
Yeah. And he said more about this, but this is not the one. That's not the one I was looking for, but
I'll
no,
start following
Brenda.
him then.
Yeah, wants to buy your $100 local SEO package. Please take care of her. He's going to get it done. And once he's done and we verify that he did a good job, then you pay him $100.
Okay.
Yeah, very easy.
Thank you.
And he's in Pakistan. I make no money off of this. And he's actually undercharging. He should probably charge like $300, $400 for that, but whatever. He's in Pakistan, so it's a lot of money over there. In the US, I would never do anything like that for freaking $100. Are you kidding? So this is him. He's almost an SEO celebrity in Pakistan. You'll see like he's got a group where he's teaching all these other people how to do SEO. And this is the language they speak over there called Urdu. There's 250 million of them over there.
Hmm.
He's trying to teach people, right? Like here, like it's not about money. It's about, doing a good job and being honest. I mean, I really, really like it when people say things like this and they actually stand for it.
Yeah. No, it's
Instead of
really
like,
cool.
hey, let's rip off all these US customers.
Well, I don't know if you're spiritual or not, but I always feel God's looking at me, so you've
Yeah,
got to do the right thing.
always. And nothing happens randomly. Everything happens for us and for a reason. I'm glad we got together, even though it's super late, almost 2 a.m. your time.
Well, I am just ecstatic, so thank you so much. You had that chat GPT that
Yeah.
you were running.
Yeah.
Would I be able to get a copy of that?
Yeah. Let me just give it to
Okay.
you. You can do it yourself. It's so easy. It's ridiculously easy. Here, let me just share my screen so you can see what I'm doing. You know how to use
You,
ChatGPT, right?
I'm sorry.
You know how to use ChatGPT, right?
I've just played with it a little bit, but you had the stats in there too, so I thought that would help.
Yeah, it's true. So where's the thing here? Such a long thing we did here. Yeah, and we can run any kind of stats you want for you. It's totally fine. Easy. Where it is. Okay, here it is. Copy.
I hope Roger's not expecting you early in the morning tomorrow.
No, no, he's doing a podcast with this guy that basically
Oh,
buys HVAC companies and has done $3 billion of all kinds of stuff. So
yeah, I have a friend that I was just chatting with tonight, and she has a small HVAC company,
yeah.
and one of her techs died. He was 33 and had a 10-week-old baby.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I was talking to her a little
Hmm.
bit about it tonight.
That's just brutal. Well, heaven is a nice place, I hear, but it's a people business. You got to care about people. It's like, you, me, Roger, we care about people. Patio Wizards, look at these 614. We can beat Patio Wizards. You see how they have all these listings that
Yes.
are showing up? So when Nana does his thing, your listings, all these other listings on MapQuest, these other places will start to show up.
Well, if I put in Clearwater Pro Wash, I think they show up. I cannot get Facebook to show up, and it did. That's what I couldn't
Mhm.
figure out what it was. And then I read something tonight that if you block, like I only wanted to show in the United States,
Uh-huh.
and I don't know if that caused it to block from being searched with Google.
Maybe.
So I took that off tonight.
Yeah, I would typically not do a lot of blocking of traffic. Angie, X, Instagram, Yelp. And building out your personal brand will help too.
Okay.
Because you do a search for Dennis Yu, you'll see all the stuff that comes up, right? The knowledge panel and all that. So
Right.
you don't have to
I,
be
I
famous.
I tried looking for me when you were talking about the knowledge panel about yourself, and I couldn't really find what I was supposed to find.
Okay.
But I tried.
Here, introduction to Brenda.
So I put that in my CRM. So all my proposals will have a link to that.
Okay. The best power washing guys ever, even though you're Brenda, but
Right. I get that all the time. I'm in a man's world. I get it.
it's like what, 99% guys that do this?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Why
So
not?
and then patio paver, a lot of guys in the paver forums, they're like, man, I don't know how you can carry all those bags all the time. I can't do it.
You
They
must be
just
like a
can't,
power lifter, huh?
Well, I probably should have been. I did pretty well when I was younger.
I can imagine. Could have done like the shot put and all that,
But I wasn't good at that. My
huh?
coordination skills weren't on par, but I actually was in a body transformation contest worldwide. and I got
Huh.
in the top 10 female. And then after that was over, then I went back to what I
Hmm.
am. A little fluffy. So,
So
you
these are
know,
your
that's what
links.
happens when your mom gives you a lot of chores when you're young.
You get strong.
You get strong.
Why not use that to your advantage? Well, you
Yep.
have so few links. What domains are they coming from? These are all directory links. And then Powell Chamber. Are you doing stuff with this Chamber of Commerce?
Yes. And then I'm going to join a few others too.
Good, because they link to you. Chambers of Commerce are always good. You should blog. They'll often like feature them different members. Like write a story like every month kind of thing, right? Yeah, take advantage of that. And network with these other members, and then you can interview them, with your iPhone. And hey, this is Brenda's blog, and I interview other Columbus businesses or whatever it is. Just literally just declare that you have a blog.
So is
Finance
there
Weekly, man.
anyone that you would recommend to help because in the season when I'm working, about the only thing I have time for is to post on like Facebook,
Just hire a
LinkedIn, that kind
VA.
of thing.
Just
What's that?
have hire a VA full time, $500 a month, and all they do is operate the structure we call the content factory. So this is what you do, Brenda. In this first box, you and all your techs, even if they're part time, they do little videos, little pictures, just collect reviews, all these things that show that you do the thing that you do in your city, and then
Mm-hmm.
the VAs will come in, or your one VA will come in, process it, publish to all these other channels, and then boost for $1 a day. So that way you don't have to do any of this. They'll manage your website, the whole thing.
Do you have anyone that you recommend? Because I
I
wouldn't even know
recommend
how
that
to vet one.
yeah. So we've hired thousands. So best thing is we just take our canned job post on how to hire someone to do the content factory, and we have this whole 190-page guide on how do you hire somebody, and we can help
Okay.
you hire somebody, and then you pay them, right? And there's my
Okay.
explanation. Click on the video to explain. Here's how you hire somebody. And we have a whole process on how to do that. The canned job post, how much you pay them, all the different. Here's examples of we require that they make 1 minute videos so we can see if they actually. Because the trouble is people use ChatGPT to write this whole thing, and you can't tell if they actually know how to communicate or the AI did it.
Right.
And we screen them, and when they get through the third round, that's the final interview, and then we hire if they pass, if you like them, right? And we have all these little tricks along the way to see like if they're paying attention. For example, they have to use the keyword or they have to reply with a certain phrase, and if they don't, that shows they're not paying attention, right? And
Right.
we show how they can advance. And you start at $3 an hour, which is $500 a month, and you can even make $12 an hour, which is a lot of money over there. But then you're managing other people at that point, right?
So can I have access to that?
Yeah, let me just send
Okay.
it to you. All this stuff, we are giving it away. I want you to use it. And by the way, this is made for large scale. So people have used this to hire hundreds of VAs, but some people use it just to hire one or two, which is fine too.
Too bad they can't come and work for me physically.
Well, costs a little bit more in the United States to hire people, and McDonald's is paying $20 an hour. So,
Right. But
ugh,
McDonald's probably doesn't treat you the way I try and treat my guys or people.
yeah.
So where I can't, pay a ton of money, they get a lot of other bonuses and or different things.
Yeah, and ultimately people they work for other people and it's the respect and the freedom and
Mhm.
and that thing that's worth more to them than the money.
Right. Because I was an employee once,
Yeah.
I know what it felt like if somebody didn't say thank you or I appreciate you or,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
let's go to lunch. I'll buy, you
Yeah.
know.
People are
So,
humans. They need to be fed
right.
emotionally and financially and all that. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Dennis. I really
Yeah.
appreciate all this. This is just mind blowing. I mean, really.
But isn't it kind of obvious in hindsight, even though, you didn't know some of this stuff before?
It is if you like, I know enough to know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So now I know what to look for.
Yeah.
So I mean that's really cool. And then I'd definitely be interested in the air refs.
And if you want us to run any reports, just holler. Happy to do
Okay.
that for anybody. Any of your friends, happy to run reports. Happy to, sit down and give a little bit free audit, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you said the air refs, you said it was $30 a month.
Yeah. I can add you a
Okay.
seat, or if you want to like send me $30 a month, I'll add you.
Yeah, no, that'd be great.
Okay. Here, I'll just add you right now. I'll show you. I'll show you how this works. And you probably could share with other people, but I think there's some weird thing where they don't like people sharing, so they do like this two-factor thing. So you kind of have to like add other people. Let's see. You gave me your email here. Deckescapes.at&t. Okay, so then I've just invited you. So you should
Thank
have
you.
gotten, yeah, I get charged an additional $30 per month, but it's better than you paying the initial 300 or whatever it is.
Yeah, as a small business, I can't afford all the fancy tools that I see.
Yeah, I mean, I probably spend $5,000 a month across a few of these tools there. So you should have gotten one.
Yep, I just got it.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then you'll tell me how to get that to you.
Yeah, I know, just whatever your favorite way to send money is, I don't know, Zelle, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, whatever.
Okay. I only have PayPal. So if you
Okay,
want to
so
send me your
PayPal, just use, I'm gonna put into the chat 668 Sierra at gmail.com. There. And send it friends and family so there's no fee or whatever.
right.
And then we can take this audit and turn it into an article by having ChatGPT go through all this stuff, take some of the screenshots and say, hey, let's highlight how Brenda has been able to do SEO, even though she's a pressure washer, not a digital marketer. She doesn't describe herself as a technical sort of digital marketing SEO person, but look at how far she's come because she does a good job and she started her YouTube and she's using WordPress. Just because she's doing these things, that's what Google's looking for. But there's also other things that she could do too. And here's some of those things. And then we feature you. I'll post it in the Tommy Mello group, which makes you look good.
Awesome.
And that also will give you a DR62 link from my site, which will increase your DR9 to,
Wait.
maybe a 12 or something like that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So you understand, like, if we can increase the power of the site, all the keywords get lifted up too.
Right. Yep. No, I'm getting it. So that's awesome.
Yeah. And then as you see your traffic go up, because you've got Ahrefs, you can see like, oh, I know what videos are working. I know what pages. So as you enhance, here's the main thing I want you to do. Like that's great. You're making videos and all that. Keep doing that. But from the SEO side of things, I want you to go to the top location and service pages you have and use ChatGPT to enhance them. And just like I was showing you, we did it with like one or two. Like, hey, here's my location service page for this. Give it some context, be nice to it, and say, now go ahead and just, add stuff to it or go ahead and modify it in the way you see fit. And you could literally take what it does, paste it in. And to your question about making sure it's not penalized by Google, you won't be because you're already including enough actual pictures and videos and whatnot of what you do that it doesn't look like just auto-generated content, right?
Okay.
So
Would
you'll be
you
fine.
recommend putting in the different subdivisions of the cities?
Yes.
Okay.
If there's enough search traffic for that. And when you look in Ahrefs, you'll see what people are searching on. So obviously, like Columbus is going to have way more traffic than the smaller, suburbs.
Right.
So you kind of you decide like I think that when it's Columbus and decks and paving and like that is still so low competition, you can just go after all of Columbus. But maybe pressure washing Columbus is slightly more competitive, so you do pressure washing city name, right?
Okay.
But anything that's keyword difficulty less than 10, you should be able to dominate. Once you're up at like 15 or 20, then you can dominate anything 10 and lower. You're only at a 9, so, you can get the ones that are easier, right?
This is just so cool.
It's
I'll
so,
be able to sleep tonight.
you'll be busy talking to ChatGPT, but you're improving your business. And then this is creating more work for all the techs that work for you, right? Because I imagine that if they're part-time, they could probably work more if you had more jobs.
Well, I no, I have a one full-time guy but it
Okay.
is seasonal. And then we had an additional part-time guy because he actually is finishing his residency at Ohio State for
Okay.
a medical doctor. So
Okay.
obviously he's going to go that route versus pressure washing, right? So,
Hey, but why not? You're employing people as they pay for some crazy medical.
yep, yep. And then I'm taking them both to a hockey game here and dinner, and they're pretty excited
Nice.
about that. So,
Awesome. Well, you're
so
doing
those
good
are the
things.
extra things that I was telling you about. Is that
Yeah.
I try and figure out different things that other places may not do.
Yeah, and that's
So,
that's the nice thing about being a small business instead of some megacorp.
yep. So, no,
Oh,
this is just fantastic, phenomenal.
cool. We
So,
should make a
thank
little
you
post
so
in the group
much.
before you go to bed saying, "Hey, I just
I
spent
will.
spent all this time with Dennis, and he showed me my SEO is already pretty good, but I found some things to make it way better,
Yeah, no, I
or whatever
definitely
you want to
will.
say." Yeah,
I definitely will. So,
awesome. Well, I hope you get some rest because health
I
is
don't
wealth.
know.
You take care of
I don't
yourself.
know.
But in case you stay up or whatever, I'm around, and I'm gonna be up for a few more hours because I have stuff to do.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, I
I
have a
need to
rule,
get
not a
you.
good one, but I don't go to bed until my work is done. So,
Yeah.
and
No,
that's
that's
just,
pretty much how I am too.
but because the thing is, I'm sure there's better ways to be productive, but like for me, it's just, that's how I make sure. I mean, for the last 30 years, that's how I get things done. I just need to get my inbox to zero and then I can go to bed.
Right. Nope, I totally agree. That's how I pretty much live my life. So awesome. I really appreciate this. And then I'll just reach out to you somehow then.
Yeah. And just let me know how things
Okay.
are going. I think that if you make some of these, modify the location and service pages, you should see some results within about 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks.
Okay.
And
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 don't worry
I
about the other company that bought different websites.
don't worry about them because you make these changes and then we write a blog post about you. You'll be so much more powerful. Like why would you worry about them?
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be way ahead of them. And then their people are gonna be like, what did Brenda do? How come Brenda's now ahead of us?
Right? It's the fun part, right?
Yeah,
Awesome.
cool.
Well, I hope you get all your stuff done. I really appreciate you taking so much time with me and explaining things and, making it look simple. So,
Yeah. So we're selling this audit. So we're trying to help people, do the report card, show them the numbers, explain what it means, and make it actionable, saying, well, based on this report, here's the things that you need to fix, and here's how to actually do them. And here's the guides on how to hire VA and how to do this kind of stuff. And Roger and I
mhm.
want to sell it for $200
Okay.
and have other people that are trained to do the thing like we just did to be able to help all these home service businesses. So we think that's a great deal for $200.
So the audit that you just did?
Yep. And
Okay.
giving you the stats and all that. So we're working on making it streamlined and all the associated training that people have to go through to be able to do like we just did, right?
Yep. Okay.
That way you can own your own marketing. We want
Right.
you to have all the data, see what's going on. That way nobody can sell you a line of nonsense.
All right. So then I know he was talking about it in a different video other than yours, and then I know you guys talked about it, about the book and so forth. So is
Mhm.
there a group that we get into
Yeah.
that you go over things?
We're building a Facebook group and this whole community around that and around not just the home service businesses, but around the people that are certified who we are calling Googleists, which is kind of a tough word.
Okay.
But if you're just, like anything in home services, you have to have a license, right? You want to be a plumber, you have to have a license. Why isn't there a license for people to do digital marketing? There should be. But
Right.
because there isn't, people just say whatever, right? I'm an expert. Really? So
Yep.
we think that's wrong. So we're establishing the standard. And all the other people that are in the industry that are well known are agreeing that they're getting behind this thing. So all the friends that Roger and I have are saying, yeah, we support you in this. And the more
Okay.
people we have like you that understand that there are these clear standards and you abide by them and the results are coming through and you tell everyone else, yeah, I'm going. And so we're publishing that book, as you saw, that
Uh-huh.
literally is like a textbook on how to do all the stuff, like a manual, like a car's owner manual. Like why would it be a
Right.
secret on how to fix the Ford F-150? No, there's like, here's how to change the oil. Here's how to do all the stuff, right?
Okay, man.
Yeah. Awesome. So give our team, it'll probably be a week or two, but they're going to take what we talked about here and write a great blog post honoring you and then saying, in addition, here's other things that Brenda could do. And maybe this will benefit your business and you could follow along the same way.
Awesome. No, I really appreciate it and I'm all in.
Awesome. Appreciate you, Brenda. Thanks for
All
taking the
right.
time. Get some rest.
Thank you so much.